Good morning and welcome to Exceptional Women, radio portraits of women who will inspire you. This is Magic's Candy O'Terry in the spotlight, this year's recipient of the Rising Star Award, Melinda Doolittle. I caught up with her on tour in her Los Angeles hotel room, and what a sweetheart she is. Melinda was a very successful backup singer when her girlfriends encouraged her to audition for American Idol. Truth be told, she didn't think she'd make the cut. But she did, and then some. In fact, Melinda was the odds-on favorite for quite some time to win the entire competition. And everyone, including Simon, marveled at her professionalism and the sheer power of her voice. She finished third on the show, and the experience really did change her life. I started the interview by asking this friendly, easygoing, and very humble young woman if singing was always a part of her life.
It always has been. The funniest part about it, though, is that I haven't always been good at it. I actually started off being tone deaf, and I would audition for choirs and want to be a part, and they would be like, "You have so much charisma, stand right in the middle, smile, move your mouth, do not let any sound come out."
You are kidding me.
I am not kidding. And I went to my mom and I was like, "I love music, I want to sing." And she's like, "Honey, you're going to have to pray because this is not good at all." And seriously, I definitely blame it on prayer and practice.
Wow.
And just to be at this point, I am just beside myself thinking that this is what I do now. This is my living and something that I love so much. I am very, very blessed to do what I do.
Let's go back to your mom for a minute because, here you are as a little girl saying, "Mommy, I really want to sing," and the teacher says I should close my mouth and smile a lot. Tell me about your relationship with your mother and how important that has been throughout your life.
My mommy is one of my best friends. She's my heart. I look up to her. I want to be like her when I grow up. I just think she's such a phenomenal woman. She's a great woman of God, very strong woman, has always just taught me about being a woman of my word and standing up for what I believe in. And I look to her for so many different things. I called her all through Idol, bless her heart. I probably woke her up because she was 3 hours time difference. She helps me through anything I need, and the first thing you'll hear me say if I'm ever feeling down or something's going on is, "I want my mommy." And so that's my girl.
What was it like for you growing up? Paint us a little picture of your hometown and your family.
I grew up right outside of St. Louis, Missouri, in a little suburb, and it was just me and my mommy growing up. My dad is wonderful, but he lived in the Chicago area. I would have to kind of fly between the two for holidays. So it was me and mommy, and we were very involved in church, loved music, loved to have slumber parties and girls' nights together. We would ride go-karts, play air hockey, which is still to this day my favorite game. And I had an amazing time growing up. I did not miss out on anything. My mother let me try everything, even if I was really bad at it, like gymnastics, or I was really bad at that. She let me do it and would go to practice with me and all of that, and dance too, which I'm even worse at than gymnastics. So,
who was your role model then when you were growing up? Did you have a teacher in school who reached out to you, or favorite subject or something like that?
My favorite subject was recess.
I'm with you.
I kind of liked recess and lunch, so those two were kind of my favorite. I had a teacher in high school, and his name was Bill Blankenship, and he was actually the coach of our football team in high school, but he was also my biology teacher, and he would sit with me and talk to me about the importance of just applying yourself and really, really focusing on my schoolwork, because I was like, well, now that I sing, I was in high school, I was like, well, if I just want to do music, then do I have to know the rest of it? And he's like, if you ever want to go to college, if you ever want to succeed at what you're doing, you have to apply yourself in every area. And I have really kept that with me.
For those of you just joining us, good morning and welcome to the award-winning program, Exceptional Women. In the spotlight, Melinda Doolittle. She finished third in 2007 on American Idol, and she's here on Exceptional Women. Melinda, you decided to be a music major in college. Tell me what that was like for you.
I started off college at University of Tulsa in Oklahoma, and I went to school. I was like, I definitely want to study music. I want to get better at it. I didn't know what kind of careers I could look at. I really thought that maybe I might teach or something along those lines. I just wanted to get better at the craft. So I studied classically for 2 years and then transferred to Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee, where they have a commercial music program. And and studied all different styles, pop, jazz, R&B, soul music, country music, all of that. And then got my very first recording session while I was in college, and I was like, they pay you to sing background? I had no idea. And so I was like, I can sing, like I can do this for my job. This can be my living. And I really just struck out to do that. And Nashville is such a cool city that it's very word of mouth. So once you start working, you can keep working. So it really helped me to be living in Nashville at that time.
You were an accomplished singer with extensive tour experience and recording experience before you even auditioned for American Idol. So let's go back to that time. What was it like to sing backup for Michael McDonald? We play his songs every single day.
Oh, my gosh. I actually got to sing on his Christmas album, and I thought that I was the coolest person ever. I was like, Michael McDonald is sitting in the other room, and I am in the studio singing his songs, and I had the most amazing time. I loved singing background. It was one of my favorite things, being a part of somebody's dream and helping them to get to where they're going. Anything I could do to help, whether it was on stage or in the studio, I was like, I am all for this. I really, really enjoyed singing background.
I'll tell you something. When I interviewed Linda Ronstadt for the show that you're being featured on right now, Aaron Neville is her true life, one of her best friends, godfather to her daughter. Oh. She told me that singing with Aaron Neville is like going on a magic carpet ride. She said, you're up, then you're down, you're all around. What was it like to sing with Aaron Neville?
I got to sing background on a song that he did, and I never, ever got to meet him, and that's my only regret of that session, is that I did not get to meet Aaron Neville. I just got to sing on it, and I could not be more proud to be on his project also.
Describe the essential skills, then, to be a first-rate backup singer.
Wow, essential skills on being a backup singer. I would say the biggest thing is to get you out of the way. For me, it was just learning the sound that they needed for any given song. If you wanted a soft sound or a loud sound or a soul sound or a country sound, whatever they wanted, I really worked at getting my voice to do that, perfecting that craft of making the sound that the producers and the artists would want.
Let's go back to the day you auditioned for American Idol. Walk us through that day in your life.
Oh, scariest and longest day of my life. I had a friend that talked me into going to the auditions, and so 4 of us went together, drove to Memphis from Nashville, and walked in there, and there were 16,000 people in the arena, and I thought, there is no way. And I would watch people audition, and I'd think they sounded great, and then they'd head off to the "you didn't make it" line, and I'm like, I can't believe this. I don't know what's going to happen when I get up there. So 12 hours after getting there, I went and did my audition. They made me sing about 20 seconds of 3 different songs. And I thought, okay, now I'm going to the "you didn't make it" line. And he was like, I'd like for you to stick around. You've made it through. I had no idea what to do. First thing I did was call my mom. And
of course you called your mommy.
Of course I called my mommy. And I was like, Mom, I'm scared. They said I made it through, but this was so hard. I don't know if I can do this again. And she's like, well, honey, we're women of our word, so I guess you're going back. That's kind of what kept me going in the competition, is my mom saying, we are women of our word. You don't get to quit. You just got to keep going and take it as it comes to you. And she said, no matter what people say, you chew the hay and you spit out the sticks. You take what's good for you, and then you leave the rest behind and keep going on this journey.
Close your eyes and tell me one performance from your journey on American Idol that you think, they say that one of the gifts we get as we're leaving this world is a little movie of our lives. Do you think that one of those songs on American Idol will be in it for you?
I think a lot of the American Idol experience would be in a movie for me. My favorite song was singing "I'm a Woman." It was the first time I got to bring out that sassy side, talk about all the things that women are and what we can do and our multitasking ability, and I could not have been more proud to sing that song.
Do you remember what Simon said to you?
I remember Simon calling me a tiger. He was like, we thought you were a little timid pussycat, but you're a tiger. And I was like, really? So
I remember your big finish on that song, and then he sat back and looked at you and said, Melinda!
That was an amazing moment for me.
What is the magic of the show?
The magic of that show is just that it opens so many doors. You don't even have to win to have won. I came in 3rd place, and for me, I won. I get to do what I love. It has opened more and more doors for me to get out there and do exactly what I love on a daily basis and has prepared me like none other for this business. It's been my boot camp. You know, Randy, working with him is like working with any producer that you meet. So when I recorded my album and they said, that might be a little pitchy, I was like, okay, I've heard that before. I can fix that, you know? If people said, that's not going to work, then I was like, I've heard that before. Simon said that before. I can fix it. They really, really prepared me for the real world that is the music business for me today.